saponification, soap, and detergent. So actually, the topic itself is just soap and detergent, right? But to understand it properly, there is need to like define it in this way. Okay. Um. So this is the topic. The what we're going to be looking at is is what you have as
Yes, sir.
carboxylic acid, fat and oil, carboxylic acid and ester, fat and oil, then saponification, then soap, then detergent. Then we'll talk about the differences. Okay, so I quickly want to the reason why we're talking about carboxylic acid and ester is because number one, they both look alike, hmm? And beyond the looking alike, they are both involved in the saponification process. They look alike and they are both involved in the saponification process. In the saponification process, is the conversion of carboxylic acid to an ester. A carboxylic acid, okay, and an ester, they are both contained in the saponification process, right? So
Yes,
one of the things you need to do very well to understand this entire thing is to identify them differently and be able to spot them. I think in some of WAEC questions, they can give you a reaction mechanism of this reacted with this, then you will be asked to identify. So it can be A, B, something like A plus, an alcohol will give you C plus water. They will now ask you if this is a saponification process, which one is the uh, carboxylic acid, which one is the ester. Do you get? So that's why like this is important. And the saponification we're talking about generally is the normal soap that you know, the soap you use in your house, detergent that you use to wash clothes and all of that. Do you get? So we are trying to understand the chemistry behind them. You can hear me, ba?
yes, sir.
Okay, so carboxylic acid, if you look at your screen, I said it's an organic compound containing what you call the carboxyl group. It contains what? The
You can-
carboxyl group. The carboxyl group. That carboxyl group is that thing you are seeing here as COOH. COOH. That is the carboxylic acid group. So any organic compound that you see that contains COOH is a carboxylic acid. Okay? That dash that you see there, it means it is joined to something else. It can be joined to anything. So that thing can be a Q group or an hydrogen. An alkyl group or an hydrogen. And you know the number of C that you have in anything, in any organic compound. Have you been introduced to organic compound at all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you know the number of C that you have there will determine how heavy the thing is, Abi, and then it will also
Yes,
help you in naming it. You understand that?
yes, sir.
Okay, so this COOH, let me quickly go down a bit. Can you see that black this thing?
Yes,
That's the
sir. Yes, sir.
picture I could get. So if you look at the carboxylic group, you see how the structure stands, right? The R,
Mm,
the C, double bond O, Abi, then C to O to H. Can you see it?
yes, sir.
Okay, so that is the carboxylic group. So this R can be H. If it is H, it is going to be what? Methanoic acid. Why? Because you have just one.
Yes, sir.
If you remember in the homologous series, when you have one carbon, it is going to be methane, right?
Sir,
In
please
the
just homologous.
homologous series is the naming of organic compound in terms of the number of carbon that they contain. So this idea of methane, ethane, do you get? Butane, pentane, that's naming is called homologous series.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So carboxylic acid has that kind of structure. Okay. So if it is one, like you see in the example that you have here, you can see my screen. You can see where I'm scrolling on, right?
Yes, sir.
So this one is methanoic acid because it contains one C. But when you move forward to, you now have a methyl that is attached to that. Instead of H, you have a methyl now. So the how many C do I have now?
We have one, two.
I have two. That becomes what? Ethanoic.
Ethanol.
Ethanoic acid. So you see, it is the same ethane, methane, but because this is a carboxylic acid, it is referred to as what? Ethanoic acid. That's how you call them.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
And okay, I was telling the 100 level class last week that organic acid is any organic compound is something you can find in nature. Do you get? You can find it in nature.
Yes,
So if an ant bites you, what is contained in that sting, that thing that pains you in your body when an ant bites you, it's actually a methanoic acid. Do you get? Whereas,
yes,
you know, a vinegar, they use it in cooking, they use it in treating. If somebody have measles, at least that those are the places me have used it before. If somebody have measles, they used to use, the person will drink vinegar, the person will use it to rub their body. But vinegar is also like something that is very common. So a vinegar contain an ethanoic acid.
yes, sir.
Do you understand? And again,
Yes,
you
sir.
will hear the word acid. You say acid. All organic acid, you must know that they are weak acid, right? Organic acid
Yes, sir.
are weak acid, but they are acid nonetheless. So the third point I put here is the characteristics of those acids, right? They turn blue litmus red, right? Then they react with bases to form salts and water. So that's a carboxylic acid. So we'll go. So if you want to identify carboxylic acid, what do you know? It contains a COOH.
Oh, oh, yep. H.
Yes. And it is attached to an R. That R can
And
be hydrogen or it can be an alkyl group. Is that understood?
carbon. Yes, sir.
Okay. Then is ester. Ester like this. You look at the spelling of this ester. You know, it's different from the normal ester that you know, right? Not the name of the person. This is how this is spelled. If it is ester, like the vestiver that we used to do, it will be EA. If it is the name of a person, it will be TH. But this is also called ester. Okay. And this one, look at it. Can you see my screen very well?
Yes,
Okay. You see something I highlighted?
yes, sir.
It is what? It is formed when a carboxylic acid reacts with an what? An alcohol. Can you see carboxylic acid there now?
Yes, sir.
So a carboxylic acid, which is what, as you can see in the diagram below, a carboxylic acid which is RCOOH, when it reacts with an alcohol, that reaction is what we call esterification. Esterification. That is the formation of ester. Esterification. Right? So esterification is the reaction between a carboxylic acid and an alcohol. Right? Okay. So what is an ester? So the general formula, when a carboxylic acid and an alcohol react, they result into what you call ester. And the general formula for ester is RCOOR. So the changes that you will see is that instead of H, right? You know, carboxylic acid is what? COOH. Abi? But instead of the H, the hydrogen that you have, by H I mean hydrogen, you know that now, Abi? So
Yes, sir.
instead of hydrogen that you have, what I have here is an alkyl group, another alkyl group. Another alkyl group. So instead of hydrogen, you will be having an alkyl group. This R, in normal cases, anytime in organic chemistry, anytime you see them, they write R. R can be H, and it can be any other alkyl group. Okay? But in this case,
Yes, sir.
the R1 cannot be H. The R1 cannot be H. Why will it not be H? Can you guess? Or can you think about it? If R1 is H, what would that be?
COOH.
Which is what?
Carboxylic acid.
It will be carboxylic acid. That's very correct. Okay. So that means for this formula to be true of an ester, R1 cannot be H, because if it is H, it will be what? Carboxylic acid. Do you get?
Yes, sir.
So that means the R1 can only be a Q group. So that's the same image that you have down. I'm talking of this place. So R, you see R on both sides. C, you see on both sides. O, double bond, you see it on both sides. The second O, you see it on both sides. Then H, but here you have R1, and this R1 must be a Q group. It can be methane, it can be propane, it can be ethyl, it can be methyl, ethyl, propyl, butyl, anything. The number usually in soap, in fact, to tell you from the beginning, are usually very big. They are usually very big. Okay, so that's what you have in ester. That's what you have in ester. And you know what alcohol is? Do you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know the chemical formula for alcohol?
No, sir. I'm not gotten there.
Okay. So the alcohol, generally, they don't have CO. Let me share my board with you so that I will be able to show you what that is. What's going on? You should see. Can you see my whiteboard?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So an alcohol is hard. This writing thing. Let me clean this. Sorry. Alcohol is this. ROH. Can you see?
Yes, sir.
So this is the general formula for alcohol. So it also has OH, but what it doesn't have is CO, then OH. Do you get?
Yes.
So you see
That answer any ethyl
yes, you are very correct. That
ethyl
R
acid that will be
that R can be an alkyl. Alkyl is spelled like this: ALKYL. Oh, I'm not sure. You cannot see what I'm writing. ALKYL. Where am I? Can you see this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, LKYL. So this is called an alkyl. Okay, and it is, if it is, so these are CH3, for instance. You can see my CH3
Yes, sir.
is called methyl. If it's
Yes, sir.
C2H5, which can also be written as CH3CH2. You know, CH3CH2 is the same thing as C2H5. How many C do you have? 2. Abi? How many H? 5. Do you get?
Yes. Yes.
So this is called an ethyl. Ethyl. So that's why we have that general name for them that we call what?
Yes, sir.
That's why we have the general name of what? Alkyl. That's why they are generally referred to as what? Alkyl. So this can continue. If it is butyl, let me go to another page. Okay. So if it is butyl, at least know this basic one. Know